1954, what a year to start our journey through time. The A+A opens its doors for the first time in Düsseldorf. Anyone managing to get one of the 2,000 entrance tickets can see 74 exhibitors in an area of around 1,000 square meters. And this at a time when there was really only two possible uses for shoes. Either to dance wild rock and roll with a huge beehive on your head. Take it away, Elvis. Or to score for Germany and become football world champion. The miracle of Bern seems to catapult the entire country out of the depression of the post-war years. Things are looking up everywhere. The country has 72 accident insurers in the heyday of industrial mass production. And while the A+A gives opportunities to overcome walls at its usual frequency of every 2 years, in 1963, John F. Kennedy breaks down these walls verbally with his legendary words, "Ich bin ein Berliner." His speech was a major event on TV. Only the staging of the moon landing in 1969 attracts more viewers. Protective clothing for safe work is of course not only a hot topic among astronauts, but also among the exhibitors and visitors at the A+A. After all, jobs with potential dangers exist in space and also at the furnace or the building site. And in 1971, the German Federal Post Office has a great idea for this sector at least. A postage stamp series which publicizes the idea of safety in the whole country. Unfortunately, there's a small mishap because the helmet is missing on the 100 Pfennig stamp. And this is for standing under a suspended load. Is it really possible that none of the stamp designers was among the 4,679 visitors to the A+A? There would have been plenty of helmets there. And even these guys wore helmets. These four exceptional musicians did not invent the mop top, but they influenced it like nobody else. And even if the Beatles say goodbye once and for all in 1970, people in Düsseldorf say a friendly hello again in 1971. And 2 years later, people even say Hello Occupational Safety Act, which is introduced in Germany in 1973, just in time for the A+A. The law not only regulates the use of qualified employees for occupational safety, but also obliges companies to appoint work doctors. All long-standing safety bodies in a company are now merged into a so-called Occupational Safety Committee. The demand for greater co-determination shown by the employees and by the works councils is also met here. The A+A congresses, which take place at the same time as the trade fair, are an excellent breeding ground for the establishment of this legal foundation. Without exaggeration, a real milestone. No less spectacularly, in 1975, NASA sends 2 space probes to Mars. While in Düsseldorf, exhibitor figures go sky high. In 1975, more than 13,000 visitors look for and find know-how, products and solutions for occupational safety and occupational medicine, meaning twice as many as at the trade fair only 2 years before. The trade fair management is certainly amused by this, but presumably less so by the slow implementation of an Occupational Safety Act in Germany, which is now focusing on the measures and processes for safe work. This is because in 1981 there is a failed attempt to introduce such a law, maybe because all decision makers are in Dortmund at Pink Floyd's The Wall. In the meantime, the third industrial revolution is in full swing, and more people are wearing a suit and tie as personal protective equipment. To a large extent, electronics and IT take over tasks which people had carried out until then. In general, work increasingly requires greater mental performances. The speed of work increases rapidly. Stress now already rises to extreme levels in some cases, and we're still only in the 80s. It is almost impossible to switch to what happens in Germany 3 years later, in the night from the 9th to the 10th of November 1989. After 28 years of existence, the Berlin Wall falls. The end of an era enables the reunification of the divided republic in the following year. This means that the same occupational safety and health protection regulations now apply in East and West Germany, demonstrated in exemplary manner by the German Labor Minister during his visit to the A+A. If you look closely, you can maybe see him dancing at one of the legendary A+A parties. (1990). The reunification of the previously divided Federal Republic marks the beginning of a new Germany. A historic opportunity for real solidarity, and yet also major challenges ahead. But not only Germany is coming together. Internationally, the fall of the Iron Curtain also enables a new self-determination and an exchange which has not been possible until this point. This also manifests itself by the increasingly international development of the A+A during the 1990s. The exhibition area doubles. The number of represented nations doubles. Visitors from abroad more than triple. The A+A is now the world's leading trade fair for occupational safety and health, and plays a key role in ensuring that safety at work is no longer seen as a necessary evil, but rather a real key to success. The thought process beginning here, the idea that safe production has lasting effects not only on a company but also on the whole of the society, even the mullet, hallelujah, was not able to prevent this. In 1999, there are more than 6 billion people in the world, and for the first time, a mark is also surpassed in Düsseldorf. More than 1,000 exhibitors. Almost half come from abroad. A clear statement that the themes of occupational safety and health are international heavyweights, and also that the A+A is the meeting place for the industry, discussing, bringing new ideas forward, and also buying and selling products and solutions. Over the years, a national trade fair becomes a dynamic international flagship event with increasing numbers of exhibitors and visitors. Is there a need for improvement? At the A+A, many manufacturers pose this question to colleagues from the fire brigade to bring safety technology a step forward. Is there a need for improvement? A simple sentence from my author, an important dialogue for the industry. And this dialogue is not only made possible by the trade fair, which now presents complete instead of individual solutions, it is also enabled in particular by the Congress, the Scientific Forum, and the User Convention. In 2009, Düsseldorf already has more than 1,000 exhibitors from abroad and over 55,000 visitors. Throughout the world, the A+A acts as a model and driving force for occupational safety and occupational medicine. On the way towards the goal which unites the entire international industry, Vision Zero. What emotions could be more appropriate than joy and pride if we think about the 30th A+A in a huge area of more than 68,000 square meters? You, ladies and gentlemen, are 1,891 exhibitors from 55 countries. And at your booths, you welcome more than 60,000 visitors from over 50 nations. In 2015, the world of occupational safety and occupational medicine is meeting once again in Düsseldorf, and we are celebrating its 30th anniversary. Tonight's success is your success because you are the A+A.